Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And only trolls hate Cowboy Bebop. Only trolls. Only the trolls hate Cowboy Bebop. We're going to talk about Daniella Pineda defending her video, basically trashing people who didn't like her take on Faye.
I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, people were already kind of leery about it. That video did not help anything. I mean, I think she did more damage than anything else.
I would agree with that. I think that it blew up in ways they didn't expect it to blow up in, and people were like, well, if she's like this, we're not even going to bother watching it. And people already were apprehensive about, you know, there being any live action adaptation of Cowboy Bebop. I mean, it's one of those sacred cows, I guess. You don't go there, and there were already a lot of changes, and just kind of set the tone, I think. But the reality is that the show's not good. It really is not good, and they really shouldn't have gone there. And there were a lot of things cringier than Faye being very, very different.
Yes. Than
her anime counterpart. But yeah, Pineda's hot takes didn't help.
No.
So we're going to talk about that. Obviously just trolls.
We're gonna talk about that, yes, trolls.
Lots of trolls. So before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 241,000 subs.
Woo!
Thank you so much for the support. We talk about anime, talk about pop culture, talk about Netflix and all that jazz. And see what I did there?
All that jazz.
All that jazz. That was a complete accident, by the way. I did watch one episode of Cowboy Bebop. And that's it. And that's enough for me. And then I watched the ending of the last episode where they introduced Ed.
Oh my god.
And I just can't. There's no way. I can tell you right now, there's no way in hell I would be able to watch a whole season with Ed. That kid is obnoxious.
I mean, Ed could be sometimes, a little bit of a top, but nothing like that. And it was just like, oh my god, make it stop.
Yeah, I'm like, and that was after a minute of Ed. There's no way I could do a whole season of Ed. Many changes made to this show, unnecessary changes made to the show. Now, that being said, the first episode, for the first 15-20 minutes, I'm like, yeah, this isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And then Faye showed up. And I was like, oh, hell. 1, you're way early. 2, you're way different. 3, you're way annoying.
Yeah. It's just, look, some people might like it, and that's okay. You're allowed to like it. People were complaining, some people were complaining it's too similar to the anime and that they wish they had done something new with it. A lot of people were complaining that, they made too many changes from the anime. So, I mean, you have both sides that's arguing it, but the consensus seems to be that it's not that good.
It's not that good. So we'll go back to the critical scores here. Let's
see what she said first, then we'll talk about it.
So this is coming from Bounding in the Comics. Netflix Cowboy Bebop star Daniella Pineda. On previous video response to critics, I felt like that response was definitely in the spirit of Faye. Well, at least something she said was in the spirit of Faye, because a lot of the dialogue and the attitude of this character is nothing like Faye.
No.
From the anime. According to Daniella Pineda, the actress who plays Faye Valentine, or Faux Valentine as I like to call her, in the largely unwanted live-action Netflix adaptation of Cowboy Bebop, the criticisms against the changes made to her character were nothing but the work of very, very vocal trolls, while her derisive video response to said critics was definitely in the spirit of Faye. At least something is. Pineda broached the subject of her infamous video response in which she replied to fan concerns by sarcastically dismissing their apprehension during an interview with Deadline. Asked by the reporter for her thoughts on the overwhelming rejection of Netflix's desexualization of Faye, she said, "It was definitely my first interaction with very, very vocal trolls." This being the first thing that she's been in that has had any sort of media attention, probably. Social media gives access to pretty much anyone who wants to say anything, she said. Although I feel like some people would be disheartened, I found a way to clap back with that video that I gave, which was very cheeky and silly. Rather than stay quiet, which is usually what everybody wants you to do, I just felt so inclined to say something.
You shouldn't have. You really shouldn't have.
It tainted people's opinions of the series before it even launched. People were already rooting for this to fail for a number of reasons, and you just threw kerosene on the fire.
Well, then she's like trying to throw other people under the bus to be like, well, I did it because I feel like my response was definitely in the spirit of Faye. Also, I got Steve, was it Blum's blessing, the voice of Spike, who backed me up and was like, all right, guys, I don't care what you say. If that guy backs me up, no one can say anything. Wait, so you went to him. If he backs me up, no one can say anything. No, they still can say something. And, you know, the trolls, the bad trolls, okay? Let's talk about the bad trolls. Let's go talk about that for a minute. The bad trolls, okay? Look at this. 49% critic score. 52% audience score. So if we go to the score details, let's look at some of these bad trolls. Black Nerd Problems, troll.
What a troll?
CNN, total troll. Mashable, complete troll. Time Magazine, troll.
New York Times.
Oh, trolls. I mean, some of these people can be trolls, I'm not gonna lie.
Who are these people? They're just like rando YouTubers and shit.
And then the ones that like it are, you know, they're okay. Digital Trends, trolls. RobertEbert.com, trolls. Collider, trolls. Thrillist, trolls. Entertainment, trolls. The Atlantic, trolls. New York Magazine and Vulture, trolls. I mean, Mary Sue, trolls. Now, I'm not going to argue. Sometimes these people are trolls. But I just think it's funny because she's just like, well, there's just very, very vocal trolls.
It's interesting. A lot of the websites that you think would have been for this adaptation and for Daniella Pineda are even like, this is a garbage show.
AV Club, trolls. I mean, like I said, some of these people are trolls. Decider, trolls. Empire Magazine, trolls. Pace Magazine, trolls. IndieWire, trolls. Polygon, trolls. Hollywood Reporter, trolls. Slate, trolls. Entertainment Weekly, trolls. Oh my God, there's trolls everywhere. It says vocal trolls.
Pointing to the praise Pineda received by supporters following the sharing of her video, the reporter said it must have been a nice thing to see on your end, which the actress affirmed it was really affirming and awesome. The majority of responses and interactions I have were really supportive. It was just easy to see that, but if you love that type of attitude in a cartoon, why wouldn't you love that type of attitude in real life?
Because you basically told the fans, because you didn't like what the fans were saying, and you basically told the fans to fuck up. And it wasn't in the spirit of Faye. It was in the spirit of you being pissed that people didn't like your take of Faye, and you were mad.
Yeah, this is before people even saw her as Faye. It was just based on the costuming choices. Now, I don't know if that was actually her decision either, because my understanding is that the set designer, production designer, wanted to desexualize some of the characters.
That did not help.
No, it did not.
I'm like, you didn't have to say anything. You could have said nothing and waited. Now, in the spirit of say nothing, let's talk about this one thing on Twitter.
Oh yeah, okay. So this is interesting. And I don't know if this is legit or not.
The comments initially are legit. We'll talk about that first anyway.
So this is another troll. Obviously, this is a guy with Roundtable. No, he's not a troll. It's Kev. Please don't watch Netflix's Cowboy Bebop. Puts a video up of
Ed.
Ed, and Ed is oh God, I can't with Ed. I'm saying not to watch it, so shit like this stops having support and can eventually wither out, not to be disrespectful to the cast and crew, by the way. But also keep in mind they've already been compensated for their hard work and won't lose out on this flopping.
I just think it's funny. This is what people like us say. But when we say it, Roundtable people get mad. But it's okay when they say it. But the same, we're in agreement. It's the same idea.
A lot of people were like, why does this exist? And sorry, Ed does not work in live action. I don't care who is playing Ed. I don't think Ed is a character that translates well to live action.
But in response to this, we get this person, okay? We get this Joss person. A lot of people worked really hard and poured their hearts into the show. Just say it's not for me and move on. Okay, couple things here, Joss. One is, I'm tired of hearing this. You say it's not for you, move on. Here's the thing. When it comes to anything with arts related or anything for that matter, if you don't like something, you're allowed to say you don't like it.
God forbid you give people what they paid for. You go to a restaurant, you're a vegetarian, you order a vegetarian dish and they bring out a steak or something.
Or you go to Burger King and you order the Impossible Burger.
Yeah.
And instead they bring you out a Whopper and then you're supposed to just take it and eat it. You might not even eat meat, but it doesn't matter. You have to eat it and you have to pay for it. You have to like it because someone in that kitchen worked really, really, really hard in that Whopper. It doesn't matter what you want. You have to eat it.
And, honestly, if you complain about it, they're probably going to spit in that Whopper. Anyways.
I'm just like, this whole idea is, I'm tired of hearing this, you know?
So now this
is all now, we're going to speculation territory.
This is speculation.
Rumor.
I don't know if this is an elaborate trolling or not.
Yeah, Sarah sent me this earlier too.
Yeah, so this is supposedly this guy claims, and again, I don't know if it's an elaborate trolling, it might not be real, because people are trying to debunk that this letter was real. But supposedly Netflix sent them a FedEx package.
Yeah, Netflix got their address. And if they did get their address, I mean, I hope they got it through proper means and not through. I'm like,
I don't even.
They got their address supposedly and sent them this supposed letter.
Yeah. So, Hosea, we want to extend our gratitude for all your support over the years, and in particular, your open mind that you've had toward our new show, Cowboy Bebop. The truth is, it's easy to criticize things, but approaching new ideas with an open mind is bravery.
Whoa. Because you said. Tell people that they don't like it to watch it or just stop talking and move on. That's bravery. What, you're going to send them a free mug because they have an open mind towards your show? How shitty is the going down at Netflix that they have to go around and try people who support the show and give them free mugs?
Well, somebody said they think it's fake.
I think it's probably fake too. I can't think. Why would Netflix go find them to send them a letter saying that they were brave?
What about all the people that were backing him up on on Chappelle? Why don't they get mugs?
That's rando guy, because he said, he said one thing that a lot of other people have said the same thing. Live really hard. Is this not for me and move on? That Netflix would track them down and send them a mug.
Yeah, I don't think it's
for
real.
their bravery.
I don't think it's real, personally. You're a real hero.
And when saying that don't, hey, some people worked hard in this show, don't watch it, then it's considered bravery. That's bravery.
I don't think it's real.
How bad, if it is real, and they thought that was bravery, how bad is it going down at Netflix right now?
Anyway, so you're not allowed to criticize Netflix Cowboy Bebop. But what's going to be interesting is to see what kind of numbers it pulls. We're not going to know yet. Now, Netflix actually does have its own top 10 list now, the global top 10. We can do TV English. Let's see where we're at here. Yeah, we're still in November 8th through the 14th. So we'll see if it cracks the top 10 as much as
it was number 3 on Netflix supposedly yesterday. Because I was on there, but when it first came out, you couldn't find it because Squeaking wanted to go see how bad of a train wreck it was, and he was having to dig for it. He's like, I thought it'd be on the main screen. It's not. I have to search for it.
Now, one thing that Kevin Smith did get right during Masters of the Universe Revelation was he said basically Netflix they gauge success by watch time. So even if you hate watch something,
they get views.
Views.
It counts. Yes, that is true.
And they're like, oh, it's a success. All these people hate watched He-Man versus, hey, we don't care about it at all. So think about that. Like, and I don't disagree with this guy from the Roundtable.
Yeah, we said the same thing ourselves.
Yeah, it'll disappear if there's no incentive for them to make these series, regardless of how good or bad they might actually be, then they'll eventually just go away.
I just think it's funny though, because we say that and we get shit for it from people like Roundtable before have gone after people for saying the exact same damn thing. But it was something they liked.
And
like She-Ra, for example.
Yeah, they did. But that's okay. We'll agree this one time. We'll agree this one time. All right, we got to wrap this up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.